Aries and everybody else, no matter how you came across this video, there's a message here for you. So stick around, and when you get the message, claim it for yourself, take a nice deep breath and say yes to it. This is a general love reading for the month of September for the zodiac sign of Aries. Please take it as it resonates. With me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. We're going to take a look at your challenge, then we're going to do your tarot, clarify and end of the oracle message, and also do a bit of a recap just to bring everything together for you. When I speak about we, I'm talking about myself and my spiritual team. Okay, so starting off with your challenge. Couple of cards went flying over there for you. Seems like you might be dealing with a bit of challenges there at the moment. You have got the Five of Cups, the Emperor energy, which is your energy, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Swords. So when I look at this, Aries, I can see that first of all, I can see that you healed from the emotions of your past. You really had to almost reclaim yourself in many ways. You know, when it came to emotions, when it came to the past, when it came to hurt, when it came to fear, being taken advantage of, used, all of those type of things. Because I feel that for many of you, you may have been dealing with someone where, you know, when you can really see someone's potential and you would really love them to live up to their potential, and you try your utmost to help them to live up to their potential, and they just don't get there. And sometimes we get so invested in that energy that we sort of lose ourselves in the whole space of that, you know, trying to help someone else, losing ourselves in the process. So I can see that happen for some of you, but then you really sort of got yourself back, and you're in that space where you got quite a lot of clarity about what it is that you need to do. And I even feel that for some of you, it's about releases. It's about that final cut. Maybe the relationship that you have with your ex is still too friendly. It's almost like it's like clear boundaries needs to be set in relation to your needs for your life and for love. And you know, there has to be a distinctive line, sort of like between the past and where you are going. It all sort of feels a little bit too meshed up together at the same time. Okay, let's see how the past is pertaining to all of this, Aries. What do we have for Aries, please? Can we see what it is in the past that Aries needs to know? So Aries, in the past there, this is the energy of success, and this is the energy of victory and beauty. And I feel that for some of you, you already had everything that you wanted in life. You know, you already had that beautiful experience. You already had that connection that was ticking all the boxes. You already had the creme de la creme, you know, the best of the best. So let's see what's happening in the present. So what is happening in the present? What is it? What is the strength of Aries in the present? Justice energy, Libra energy, things evening out. A lot of you may have wanted to do the right thing. You know, you want to do the straight and narrow, you want to do the right thing, you want to do the honorable thing, amicable thing, all of those type of things. But for some of you, the question was just how. So it's not so much a space of either wanting to or not wanting to. It was more a space of how. And you know, it's almost like picking up the pieces after everything fell apart, you know, after everything sort of like exploded to sort of like splinters. And it's about picking up their pieces. It's about trying again. It's about giving love another chance. It's about giving yourself another chance, and it's about giving someone else another chance. And by giving love and someone else another chance, you sort of by default give yourself another chance. But I can see that is challenging. It's not that you don't want it, it's just that it might be not the easiest thing for you to fully commit. You might even be very happy with someone, or kind of comfortable on your own, but it almost feels like that little something that's missing. Let's look a little bit deeper. Let's see what is more guidance that we are getting for you here in your present moment, and also some influences here in the present moment. So success is returning, love is returning. There is a very strong possibility here for you to get a second chance with someone, to try something again that didn't work out before. There's more sense of maturity, having both grown, having both done your things. Maybe there's things that you needed to do individually, giving life a second chance, giving love a second chance, possibly giving another person a second chance. Really sort of I feel the energy coming towards you, Aries. It's that energy of that beauty of new beginnings, you know, where you don't have to do that much, where it just sort of happens, where you maybe just say maybe you just sort of like text a person, you know, you're just sort of like chatting online and stuff like that. Whatever it is, it feels very easy, it feels very comfortable, okay? I must tell you though that there is a possibility that if you're dealing with someone at the moment and you really like being with that person, there is a chance that, you know, that maybe they are not 100% the person that you end up with. Things may not turn out exactly the way that you are anticipating over here. But also remember, just because things don't go the way that you wouldn't like them to go, doesn't necessarily mean that there is a negative thing, you know. Sometimes we go into things with one sort of expectation and perception, and it turns out completely different to what we expected, but that in itself becomes something really incredible, even though initially that didn't seem like a possibility for you two. And this is what I sort of get over here, that what could also be is that I feel that for many of you, what's actually happening over here, Aries, is that you might sort of be very flippantly just chatting with someone, saying, oh, that's nice, you know, getting a little bit of attention, oh, that's really cool, you know, and you're chatting and that sort of thing. Now I'm doing this, I'm doing that, this is my lunch, this is my breakfast, I'm going to go run now, and so forth and so forth. But it's almost like you're starting to share quite very deep, intense sort of details here with someone, and it's beginning to grow into something beautiful, sort of like by a will of its own, all right? Going forward, there's really beautiful potential here for things to work out, very beautiful, lasting potential. So what I do feel, Aries, with this one is it's a very un-Aries-like energy type of thing, basically, you know. It's about taking your time. It's about maybe a friendship turning into something more. It's something that that is compared to love. It's sort of platonic, but then it sort of grows in a very healthy way. So there's nothing pushed here, there's nothing forced here, there's not we must go out for, you know, for a date, we must do this, we must do that. It's sort of like more just chatting, you know, texting, that sort of thing, checking on one another, walking together to the same place, whatever, go to the canteen at the same time, you know, taking the same route to work, the bus, whatever. And it's sort of like that type of thing. Maybe you're both sort of frequent flyers and you see each other at the airport and stuff like that. It's more like that. It's a nice easy flow into something more solid, all right? Let's clarify that recent past of it. It seems so good so far. Do we want to clarify? Yeah, it seems so good. Let's look at that recent past. You were tired of being lonely. I also feel that for many of you were tired of holding on to the past. You were tired of holding on to an ex, a situation, whatever didn't work, but you were just tired of it. Like you were like, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm done with that. Moving on to something new, something better. And so there was a very necessary release that has taken place here in the recent past. It was time to let the past go in order to make space for the new, you know, because sometimes we still hold on to the past, and then that is what causes our friction, and that is how it's by the releasing that you set yourself onto a part of victory and success and prosperity when it comes to love, you know, the perfect person. So I have to tell you, Aries, it could be the other person, but remember, I'm dealing with your energy. So it's from what I can tell is that the person that was sort of, you know, holding things back a bit has actually been you. It's been your energy that has been holding things back. And now, because of that clearing in the past, things have rebalanced, everything is nice and smooth again, so it's flowing in a very positive direction when it comes to love. All right, let's see what else do we have. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know that when we deal with people, you know, we deal with people and everybody's got their stuff and everybody's got their little attitudes and they do this and they do that, and you're like, I'm so tired of this person. But it's almost like there's that energy, but at the end of the day, they still my boo. Yeah, they still your boo, they still your person. And so even though there seems to be some challenges and stuff like that, you kind of balance each other out, you even each other out, you complement one another. And so this is your person, for better or for worse, come what may. What I do see though is the one thing, Aries, that might become a bit of a problem in this connection that you want to be very aware of. And if you are experiencing that the person that you are dealing with is sort of a little bit resistant still. The reason why this might be is because, I'm not saying that there's anything like cheating or anything like this going on here, not in the slightest. This is more like maybe you've had something with someone else in the past, it didn't really work out, but you still sort of want to be part of their life, want to go maybe to their wedding or want them to come to yours, or, you sort of still on a good flow with one another, friends with their child, whatever. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. What I'm saying is that if you are dealing with someone that has got some resistance, that resistance might be coming from the fact that they may feel that you are too close to your previous person. It's got nothing to do with jealousy. This is just the person that they want to be with you. They don't want you to be with your past. And I don't feel it as a negative thing. I just feel it as a sort of like, that's the past and I'm the present sort of thing, If you're dealing with someone that is maybe hesitant to sort of build something with you, that could also be the reason why. All right? Let's look at this something beautiful that's coming about here for you. Something turning into something amazing, quite unexpectedly. There's a space of wanting to be with someone, but also being very stressed about that. So you want to be with them, want to build up a life with them, but in the same token, there is that almost concern about all the, technicalities, intricacies that goes along with that. I do feel that somehow you are the one that is holding out on this connection for some reason, that you may feel that that is the better thing to do. I'm going to draw another card for the Ace of Swords that came up. Might be hesitant here to accept love in your heart. Something is holding you back here. Let's see going forward what we have. I wonder if this is not something that you might be imagining, because when I try to zoom into the energy, it's like there's nothing there. The Moon. It's almost like be careful of false perceptions. You may have been hurt in the past, you may have been cheated on, taken for a fool. It's almost like you are expecting something to go wrong, waiting for them to disappoint you. And I don't see it, but when we have that expectation, then we're gonna eventually find something wrong. And with all due respect to all your feelings and emotions and what you might be going through, in a space like that, when that's what's going on in our mind, it's very easy to overreact to things. Okay, let's see what we've got in Oracle message here with the Keepers of the Light. So there might be some work that needs to be done here, some clearing, maybe it's time for open conversation. There seems to be a lot of perception and not necessarily too much foundation, like knowing. So it might be time to set things down, say this is how I feel, this is what I'm dealing with, this is my challenges, and finding a middle ground together for that. All right. If that is helpful, go ahead and like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when your weekly readings are coming out, and you want to see what do the Keepers of Light have for you. I just said it. Mercury, open communication. Communication is necessary here. Okay. There's misperceptions here. It says, get a weight off your chest and speak up with love and be heard. When you speak and your goal is to be heard, then we come from a very different point, because remember, we don't all hear things the same way. So when you really care about someone, you want to take some time to make sure that they're going to hear what you mean. But open communication is necessary here. Otherwise, you may lose out on something that's really beautiful for you, because I can see the emotions, I can see the love, but I can also see the doubt. I can see the beautiful potential in this connection. I can see that this is something that can grow into something really, really beautiful, but there's also a little bit of suspicion here. There might be some unhealed patterns over here. It might be that you might feel my career is doing well, so maybe I should focus on that more, because who knows if this is going to work out, anything like that. If you put somebody else on the back burner, they might start acting like a person on the back burner. All right. So that's what I got for you, Aries. I hope that that helps. If any of you are interested in a deep exploration of your potential in love, you might want to book a personal reading. The details on how to do it is down below in the description. In the description, you can also check out the link for my step-by-step tarot reading course, as well as the link for my free oracle card reading course. From my heart, namaste. See you next week. Bye.